State leaders know the interest is there, as nearly 182,000 Missourians have a medicinal cannabis card.
I-Team reporter Sarah Plake tells us about the big push to get several recreational marijuana measures over the finish line.
3 measures that would legalize adult use cannabis had a chance of moving forward this year, but only one seems likely to see the light of day. And that's Legal Missouri 2022, a ballot initiative that garnered around 390,000 signatures to let voters decide on the issue in the November elections. The group needed at least 180,000 signatures from 6 of the 8 state congressional districts.
So we turned in more than double that. So we're very confident that even with a lot of those being invalid, that we're going to be on the ballot this year.
A few takeaways from this measure: legalize using, buying, and growing cannabis for people 21 years and over, expunging the records of people with nonviolent cannabis offenses. But there's an exception. If you had more than 3 pounds, you have to serve out your sentence and your probation before your record is expunged. And guaranteeing most of the licenses to businesses already in the medicinal program, with the rest going to micro businesses through a lottery process.
This is going to raise tens of millions of dollars for state and local governments, about $50 million for the state, another $12 to $13 million for local governments.
Now it's a wait and see until August when the state verifies all those signatures. But believe it or not, there are cannabis advocates who are against Legal Mo 2022.
Not anybody gets part of that market, you know. Matter of fact, very select few get part of that market, and these are mostly out of town special interest that do it.
Tim Gillio and many other like-minded activists support House Bill 2704, or the Cannabis Freedom Act, which they say would foster a free market.
Over 800 lawsuits for the medical program through the Department of Health and Senior Services. So there was obviously, people don't like a monopoly.
It would remove cannabis from the list of controlled substances. It would also expunge nonviolent offenders' records, regardless of the amount they had. It's different than Legal Mo 2022 in that it's not a constitutional amendment and does not require voters to decide. But while getting some traction in the House, the bill's sponsor, Representative Ron Hicks, told 41 News the bill is essentially dead with only a few days left of the Missouri legislative session. Sarah Plake, KSHB 41 News.